So today we are going to talk about Abhasara, very important one as far as from where we have come. How far have we been transmigrated? If you want to check, we have transmigrated from Abhasara. It will be good to understand why we feel happy in some things because we have experienced happiness earlier. So then the question comes that where will I get happiness? And then the answer is that I'll get happiness in any material thing because that's what I can see here. So we keep on consuming something or the other because that's what gives us happiness. Okay, now let's understand what is this Abhasara. A very important aspect, like what I was talking about. Okay, Abha means light. Okay, now actually, Abha, if I were to take it, it's not only light, it is actually radiance. There is a radiance which takes over, and it is brilliance. Okay. So, like in the case of many suttas, Buddha have been visited by Abhasara, like in the Mangala Sutta. You look at it, it starts with that. Atrako anyata, anyatara devata, anyatara, because there is no name for that devata. Abhikantaya rattiya, abhikantavanna, kevala kappam jetavanam obhasetva, tena bhagavat upasankamitva. So that line where it says that it lighted up the entire Jetavana is Abhasara. They have their own radiance. And what is Sara? Sara means essence or flow. Essentially, they are just light. And because it is light, it radiates. Now, the same light is obscured by this body. So, what we need to do is to go back home. That's your home at the bare minimum. This is not the home. This is actually a piece of shit. Okay. And that's their actual home. So, yesterday in the Hindi group, I was explaining about the Asubha Bhavana or Asubha Sanya in Girimananda Sutta. If there is a sutta where Buddha says, if you take a mustard seed 7 miles and some yojana high, and if you keep on putting one mustard seed, or there's a whole mountain of mustard seed, and a bird were to take one mustard seed every 100 years, that would become a kalpa or kappa in Pali and kalpa in Sanskrit and eon in English. It requires 8 eons or 8 kappa to lose Abhasara. So now you see how far we have lost ground. Yes, Aryu.
Sorry, do you mean we will remain in the Abhasaram for 8 eons before losing it and coming down?
Yes.
And so every time you become Abhasaram, you will remain there for 8 eons.
So the lifespan is such long, very long. Our home was that. Now we have made this as our home, which doesn't even last one mustard seed. What do you think? 100 years, the bird is going to take one mustard seed. It doesn't even last one mustard seed. Okay, so that's where we started. It's the second jhana. So, what we need to do is minimum, we need to be in second jhana all the time. Piti, which is joy. Come what may, whatever challenge comes in your life, whomever you're going to lose in your life, don't get saddened because then you lose your home. Okay, a very important thing to understand. Anyway, those people who have not attended from Hindi, I'm going to be talking that tonight. But otherwise, please understand that you should not lose your home. That's even temporary, but that is better than this not even stays a mustard. The 100 years, if you were to stay, doesn't even last one mustard seed. Got the point? So now with that, we will go into this. So in the Dhiga Nikaya, DN15 Mahanidana Sutta, Abhasaranam Bhikkave Sattanam Attano Pabha Attano Aloko. Monks, the beings of the Abhasara realm, are self luminous, radiant, and filled with their own light. Okay. And that we will get it when you are in second jhana. So then what happens? The subtle form is a subtle material and they get attached to the abhasara. So then they can move around like they were real objects. Okay. And since they are self luminous, they don't require any external sources for sustenance at all. Just like mentioned in the Aganya Sutta. That means there is no require for food, shelter, clothing, medicine. There is no need for sun and moon. In the Abhasara, no sun, no moon shines because they are artificial objects created for replacing the light which was lost in the beings. So I wish all of us minimum go back to our home from where we have got dropped off. At least reach back home. Yes, Ashwin.
Just a question. As a Pruthakjan, means at that time of a Buddha, the Pruthakjan is more knowledgeable. They knows Abhasar because nowadays nobody knows Abhasar.
Yes, at that time people knew Abhasara.
because we never heard, means at least I don't know, means other people, but I never heard of that something is illumination or that something is available like that.
Yeah, during the Buddha time, there were, now we have come down so bad that we don't even know any realms. Forget about Abhasara. If you ask a normal worldling on the road, just hold him in Chennai and ask him, is there any new life after this? He say, forget all of that. I'm trying to worry about to send my son to school. I don't have time to worry about what you're talking. Or I'm rushing for catching a train to go to my office or a bus or a cab or whatever. Now we have become totally lost. You ask anyone, including when I was there in the
Yeah, of
US.
course.
Yeah, while in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
US, if you go and just take a random person, we used to go to a place called as Madras Cafe. It's an Indian restaurant. There used to be one girl who used to give. If I were to go and ask her, she's an Indian, right? If I were to go and ask her, what do you think? Is there a next world after this? He will say, sir, there are 20 customers waiting. Don't waste my time.
I mean, not like that. I mean, the at least people knows there is a heaven and there is a hell, something like that. That's it. After that, nothing they can thought of that something Abbas or like.
Yeah, so there is heaven. So heaven can consist many things which we don't know. And hell also we don't know. So people nowadays don't believe in heaven and hell. There are now theories coming up that heaven and hell are only here, nowhere else. If you're happy today, that is heaven. If you are unhappy today, you are hell. Right? Like you took take the case of San Francisco and Los Angeles and New York and Chicago, 4 places. The number of homelessness have increased a lot. While I was in Mountain View, I didn't find even a single person homeless. But if you go to San Francisco, you'll find homelessness and hopelessness. Now, they are in America, so we can call that as a heavenly place, but they are in hell of heaven. In heaven, they are in a place called as hell because they don't have a place to stay. Right? So now what happens, Ashwin, is that we are so occupied with our daily activities that we don't even know that there is heaven and hell. Forget about so many realms, and nobody even believes it. But at that time of the Buddha, since there were no distractions, Puttujana means he doesn't know how to do it. That's all. It doesn't mean that Puttujana means he is a useless fellow. He's like a child. He believes whatever is being said to him. So Buddha's job is to make that child understand what needs to be done. You got the point. When we say Puttujana, doesn't mean that he's a useless person. Yes, sir. You.
Yeah, and another major difference is that I guess everybody in that time would, doesn't matter what the occupation is, at least they would be giving to these monks
Yep.
and ascetics, right? That they would know they need to accrue merit and all that. These days, it will be a joke if you're talk to many people about it.
Yeah. In fact, there would be people arguing against it. They say that you're gone mad, that you're donating something and you shouldn't be doing it. It's for you and you have hard earned it, blah, blah, all that will happen. So we are in a different state at this point in time. Yes, if I we were children, we have never heard about these terms. That is true. Neither our children have ever heard anything like this. And you can imagine that in the years to come, when their children and their children like that, nothing will be heard. Even the little bit of morality will go away. So another sutta today evening we'll be taking, Ashwin, since you asked me this, is a Chakkavatti sutta. Because to practice the Asubha Bhavana, first we need to understand Chakkavatti Sutta. I'm going to be talking with that. For those people who are very serious of doing that Asubha Bhavana. Yes, go ahead.
It's about the lifespan coming to 10 years.
Yes.
Chakravarti. So,
Yes. We have to understand it in a better way. Why we should escape this deluge, what we have. See, an example today. Uh, while I was in Aryu's home, we can ask him what was the feeling now that I'm not there. Is there a change between the energy level when I was there versus not there? Let's take that and see where it leads to. Whatever you feel, you can say, Aryu. So don't have to feel really obligated.
To be completely honest, I think I've been in learning mode while you're here. I'm more distracted and less meditation when you're there. But now you're gone, and with all the things I've learned, I've applied it more. Have more time to apply them, so I generally feel life has become easier.
No, that's correct. But in the room to everywhere where we were to go in your house, do you feel a change?
Yeah, that unfortunately I'm not sensitive to. I'm sorry.
Okay. No worries. But if you could have found out, you would find it. Anyway, don't worry. Don't now get worked up that you should find it. Okay. If you're not sensitive, it's okay. Worry.
Yeah, just like when you're in Chirag's room and all that, the people are able to sense differences, but I was not enough to sense the differences.
No worries. Don't take it too much to your heart then, because I don't want you to get distracted in trying to find out whether which room what energy is more or less or whatever. Not like that. But in general, you will find it. It's like a light gone away. Okay. Unless you develop it yourself. You already have it. You should know how to get it. If you are not distracted, then you will find the vacancy. If you are distracted enough of worldly things, then you will never come to know about it. Meaning life will be going as usual. Anyway, so let's come back to the subject. So the lifespan is such long, 7 miles of land, so many yojanas up, mustard seeds are there, and the bird picks up every 100 years. So this lifetime, this life, what we have today, is not even a mustard seed level. Got it? That's a motivation to get into Abhasara. So, yes,
even this morality is going to reduce to 10 years lifespan. That is, if we do 100 years into 75 or whatever is the current lifespan, 75 or 85, the next 7,000 or 8,000 year of next getting the human life is more dangerous. That's the one other reason to do good things and go for the at least better realms than the next
yes,
7,000, 5,000 year or 8,000 years.
yep, that's true. It would become more and more difficult per se.
So at least next 8 to 10,000 years, we should have a visa to go to better realms.
Yeah, we should get the visa right now before any other person comes over and says that we will not give you this, will not give you that. But fortunately, in those realms, there is nobody saying that I'll not give you, because you can take whatever you want. It's up to you. If you meet the criteria, you take it. It's up to you or up to me. Nothing to
So,
do with the visa officer. Yes.
so whatever the life we are living right now, it's better than what is going to be coming in the future years.
Yeah.
It will be more difficult every
Yeah,
year
the
by year.
life would become more difficult, but when we go up, then you have escaped that. And you would come to know that you are in Abhasara right now itself. Then when get into Subhankina tomorrow. So taking one might not really help unless you really experience what those are. And unfortunately, I'm not able to give you that experience. And hence I asked Ariu, by chance, did he find any difference in the bed, what I used to use or whatever it is? If he could have, he would have had the first hand experience of it. Now, since I have told, he will start to find it, that won't really help. It should be yes.
Yeah, but at least what have you taught me on how to get into these jhanic states while doing many things. It helps me elevate my mind to feel much happier than before.
Yeah, that's correct. But you would find a difference in that home, like a before and after. Yes, Ashwin.
Yeah, you visited Chennai. After that, my house or my room is different. I didn't tell you, but it's different. It's not same.
Yeah.
I don't want Miss Aryo to get in that to find out what is the difference. It will be a problem otherwise to him.
Now, if you don't have the sensitivity, don't worry, you. So don't have to feel that you need to find out. Now I'm giving idea to
It's okay.
Bobby.
It's anyways too late. If I become sensitive today, I wouldn't have recalled what it was. I mean, I cannot backtrack and say what it
Yes.
was. So
Yes.
it's already too late.
So now I'm giving some ideas to Bobby. So I only hope that he doesn't get worked up when I'm there, trying to find what energy is there and what energy has moved away and all that.
I think it also depends on the faith and the qualities and everything, right? So we how you feel when a person who is more purified than you, is nearby you. Like then when he is not there, he can make some difference. So is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. I think when you're here, I was definitely distracted because every day we're meeting different people, multiple people. So I was, distracted in that rather than able to feel much.
That's okay. Like I said, don't feel too much. Then it becomes a obstruction on your path. Leave it. It's fine. Actually, you know what, are you? Whether you are distracted or not distracted, you still will be able to find out. Okay. It's not about distraction or attraction or whatever it is. There would be a change. Meaning, before I arrived, to the time I spent and the departure. Right now, there won't be much changes. It will take few days and then it'll start to dip and dip and dip and goes away.
It will be minus 21 days, Rio. Before 21 days and after 20. Don't compare 21 days.
It would become different. Still, in your room, in your place where you're sitting, there is energy. It'll take a while for it to go away. You understand? I'm still there. It will take another week or so and completely is gone.
I
It's
see.
sorry.
Yeah. No problem. I guess maybe that's part of the reason why it's easier to meditate here now.
No, don't start, tying up knots. Actually, what happens, Ariu, is After the person departs, it takes 15 days for that energy to completely go away. Whether as death or as separation, they both mean the same. If the person has come up with some negative energy also, it will be the same. If the person has some positive energy, is also same. If the person has come with radiance, is also same. Yes, yes, Bobby.
Yeah, so I was going to say that definitely when somebody with negative energy comes, I'm very sensitive to that. Maybe like Buddha also says that when somebody is more positive than you, like you cannot completely understand, but you can feel the difference. But when somebody is negative, and when he goes away, and yeah, that negativity remains for some time, and it fades away. So yeah, this I could feel when I'm with people with positivity also. I feel very good. Maybe that's what you are saying. Like, but maybe a person who is, Buddha says, a foolish person, it is very difficult to understand a wise person. But a wise person can understand a wise person and a foolish person.
Yep. So it's today is the 8th day. It will take another 5 days for that place to get vacated with my energy.
Okay, I'll get ready for that.
Sound started.
No, since you are not sensitive, you cannot make out. Don't worry about it. So it doesn't matter to you. If you were sensitive to energy, then you'll see a marked difference. Okay, like that. Including the places I have visited or we both have visited. It will take the same amount of time. And that is what is Abhasara is. It's not that you are not and I am not, you are. No, we all are the same. We all are the same, including an animal or bird or insect. Everybody is the same. Abhasara. Got it? So sooner or later you'll realize that you are that. So the karmic causes for getting into the Abhasara realm is the Sila, then you have developed second jhana, and you have Niramisa Sukha. So now, are you, since I spent a good amount of time with you, was it a Samisa Sukha or Niramisa Sukha? At least that you can find out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Niramisa.
Yeah. So were you feeling gladdened by my presence or were you feeling irritated by my presence?
Definitely the former.
Okay. Were the people associating with me, were they glad or they were feeling that they shouldn't be associating with me?
Gladden.
That's all what it is. That's the energy, which this house will be losing in next 5 days. Got the point? Yes, Bobby.
So Vilasi, that means like you are going to office every day, and you're going to this metro, So all those places, like the persons, people who are come in contact with, they should have some receptivity, right? So otherwise, this doesn't work. Like they, if yeah,
Like, yesterday, I was supposed to know when is my last date. It so happened they don't want to let me go. So they have moved it to 30th of June. You understand? So my present boss, he was saying that, okay, anyway, you're doing this, you're doing that. And then I think March will close it. And yesterday I spoke to him that look, this is the thing. So tell me when I should vacate. He said, what vacate? You are going to be there since you're till June. I want you to be in my team only. And they have approved the visit also. I mean, I can go on holiday, apply leave and visit you. Not an issue. But for some reason, they don't want to let me go. And yesterday, when I met all the team members, it's like they have lost their father, and that father comes and something like that. It's a very strange experience, actually, in the office. Because yesterday was the first day of office for me, physically. So the entire day went in spending time with all the people. Just time pass, no work, nothing has happened. Just meeting this person, that person, he asked me this, that, and all that. And then we went for lunch and then came back. And then I took the metro and came back home. If you ask me what work did you do from morning till that afternoon, no work. But it's funny. Okay. So I was wondering that how to escape, how to say that, okay, now please let me go. So I've told them that nothing after June 30. You can't now push me that, okay, now you work till September. Not possible. Done means done. At least now you let me go. March was preferred. Now you say 2 months extra because April anyway I'm with you. So only 2 months extra. Okay. So Bobby, after coming back, I'm at work. Yeah, go ahead.
Just, of course, with a break of Australia visit, that's what means.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, Bobby visit is 1 month. So they've said, okay, you be with them, no problem. Then you come back and help us for another 2 months and then you go. So it's funny. And that's how this Abhasara works. That means Anagami stage is far beyond that, right? That's the reason it will look like that. It's much beyond that. Much beyond that.
It's Suddhasi, no? Almost Suddhasi or
Siddhavasa.
Suddhavasi.
Siddhavasa. There's no rebirth in any realms. Okay. So then Abhasara bhikave satta evam hoti ahovata anyopi satta abhasara rupa bhaveyunti. It means, oh, how wonderful it will be there. It will be if other beings were also radiant like us. That is the first time the greed comes into existence. That I need more people of the same kind. Okay. So when you are meditating, you'll see light. And there's nothing but Abhasara. So great light. And people, and that Putujana will feel that this is it. I'm done. No, that's just Abhasara. Because you are Abhasara. So when you meditate, you get into Abhasara. Because you are that. This body is nothing. It's like somebody went into the sewer, fell down into the sewer, and he got up from the sewer, and that entire shit is stuck to his body. And he starts believing that it is his body now. So this body is like the sewer.
Sorry, what is a siva?
Siva means, I don't know what to say. It's like you go into the drain where sewage plant.
Oh, okay, sewer. Or,
Sewer, yeah, sewer. Yeah, the right word, sewer. Yeah, so that's the one. So somebody went into the cesspool, and then after a few days he came out, and then he got covered with all the dirt. And since he stayed there for long, he started to believe that he's that. So when the God sees you, they would try to say, boss, this is not your body. And then I said, no, this is my body. It's like that. So, yes.
yeah, I think in the suttas, Buddha gave the same simile.
So now what happens? Now we come to the actual sutta, MN1. Okay. Here it is that what he will do, Abhasare Abhasarato Sanjanati. Once you get that radiance while meditating, you start to perceive that it is you. So, a lot of people here in this Hindi group keep on asking me, or they keep on going behind the light. And in the Visuddhi Magga, people who follow Visuddhi Magga, they keep on searching for light. And even in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it talks about light. And everywhere they talk about light. And even in the Christian, in the Bible, there is about light. So Abhasara has been there. Maybe not known in a correct way or whatever it is, but it's there. Heavenly lights is what it is called. Even in the Islam, there is about heavenly lights. So the light is always depicted. So then there is a perception of light. So when a perception of light happens, Abhasare Abhasarato Sannitva Abhasare Manyati. So now there is Manyana, consideration that this is the place I need to be. So the raga starts again. Instead of chanda, interest, it is creates chanda raga. There is a deep yearning for going there. Okay, when that happens, abhasare su manyati, abhasarato manyati, abhasare meiti manyati, abhasare abhinandati. Okay, so they relate the abhasara realm, seeing it desirable or superior to lower state of existence. Now they start to feel that human life is dirty. So they take into delusion path. They get deluded by it. Instead of objectively seeing it, they start seeing it subjectively. It's not that you should be loving human life or hating human life. You should be knowing that you have fallen into a sewer. This body is sewer. That's it. Nothing more than that. Whether it is called as a male or a female, it doesn't matter. It's a sewer. And what comes from the womb is again a sewer. There's no son and daughter coming there. It's a sewer. So if you treat a sewer as a son and a daughter, then you're going to go down. So you have to escape that by not considering them to be your children or whatever it is. So to let go of that conceit. So when I let go of that conceit, I'm attaching it to Abhasara now. So then they think that, oh, God made it, or this made it, and that made it. All of that happens because now I'm sensing light. So then I'll say God has blessed me to see light, so I become an angel or something like that, and all these concepts will start to emerge. Okay, that is abhasarato manyati, abhasare me iti manyati. They personalize now. This is mine. I am abhasara. And abhinandati. Now you start craving for abhasara. So if somebody says, Vilas, you are radiating or you're shining, I feel very happy. It is wrong. I might be radiating, that is separate. Everyone radiates. Some radiates much and some but radiates less because of their purity versus non-purity as humans. Because this is a sewer body. So this sewer is stuck. So in that some light will come, can come, right? From a sewer body also the light can come. If there are some pores, light can penetrate. And this is how it is. It's a sewer body. Yes.
Yeah, I was reminded today, my son was telling me, he said twice in his life where he felt, I'm not sure why I'm a human. He said, I feel like this does not feel like my body, something like that. He said yesterday he felt like that. It's interesting, I thought.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Good. Good for him. So this is what is about Abhasara. So this is the uninstructed worldling's view of Abhasara. So then the person will look at, if I practice second jhana, I can be reborn in Abhasara realm and enjoy bliss forever, and then gets into some religious beliefs. So then he says that if I do this puja to that one and I'll do this one and that one, I will be taken into Abhasara realm, and attachment to the radiance, and they gets into delusion. So they don't get to see anything at all. So there is always personal ideas and a perception, even though is wrong, the person thinks it is right. He needs to have that. So he feels that he has read it in the scriptures and that is God. Light is God. So he would like to see that he reaches the God. Forgetting that God, what he is talking is Abhasara. Okay. So he then misinterprets the meditative experience and he thinks that God will take him there. So he will have a personal God. Yes, Aryu.
I guess, does that mean he takes the wrong view of this Dvaita?
Yes. Duality. That's correct. So then there is a mental constructs of ideas in the Abhasarato Sannitva, Abhasare Manyati. So then he will glorify being an Abhasara. He feels that I will be free from suffering and far superior to humans. So my radiance shows I am spiritually perfect. So let's say, Aryu, somebody says, or out of these 11 people who met me, or rather 10, excluding your son, if somebody meets you and says, what a radiance Vilas had when he was here, and then you tell me that, if I feel so happy about it, that I am lost in that for one full day. I am a putajana. Because I have not understood that it is a realm. Got it. Abhasaresu manyati. So he thinks that if I practice jhana diligently, I can be reborn in Abhasara realm and enjoy radiance and bliss. And gods are always shining, so they should be in the Abhasara realm. Abhasarato manyati. So he thinks that beings in the Abhasara realm must be watching over us, blessing us with their radiant energy and benevolence, because they are so spiritually advanced that they can understand my problems. And they are going to give me some solution to my problem. Abhasare meti manyati. So he will think that I will put my spiritual efforts, my efforts to get the spiritual knowledge or wisdom or a way to get into Abhasara realm. Only those who follow my religion or practice my meditation technique can reach the Abhasara realm. So he'll then create his own cult kind of thing. So he gets lost in searching for Abhasara. That's it. Any questions? Yes.
Yeah, I have one question. Yeah, I think previously one time in the discourse you've mentioned that all these religions who are worthy of mentioning, these founders, this person who has gotten into the eighth jhana, something of that nature. But it seems today that even when people get into these Abhasaram existence, they can, also start almost a religion or a major religion of that sort.
Yeah, they can happen. That can happen. Yeah, Bobby.
Milaji, is there any reason like this Buddha mentioned this all these different things in an order because for Deva there are different other like the heavenly worlds, but he just mentioned Deva, Brahma, then Abhasara. Abhasara is one of the heavenly worlds, I believe. So
Yes.
why this is in this order?
Because it keeps on refining. There is refinement in consciousness till the Nibbana.
But Brahma also is all the Brahmas are refined states, right?
Yes, but Abhasara is high. If you look at the jhana, the first jhana has all the Brahma realm, and then we are going up the second jhana. The second jhana.
Okay, yeah.
Then tomorrow when we go to Subhankina, it is even more higher than the Abhasara. Then we get Vehapala. Then Abhibhu. So like that. We'll be going higher and higher and higher and higher. Do you want me to
Okay.
go through the 31 realms once again, at least from these ones?
No. You I think you already told that, but why I was curious why Buddha has mentioned this order.
Yeah, because it is now we are going on the higher edge. The Deva realm is still sensual. So the Kamaloka, Kama Sugati. Then we came into the Pajapati and Brahma. Now we are coming to Abhasara.
But Abhasara is also Brahma, right? Is a Brahma.
Yes, so the out of 16 realms of Brahma, then it is still Brahma, but it is much better than the starting Brahma realm. There are kalpa differences, Bobby. Hey, look, how are you?
Yeah, he's gone away.
Gone away. Okay. So like that. So shall we end for today if we have any questions? No questions? We can end. Hope everybody understood that their starting point was Abhasara. Whether they are from Hindi group or English group, it doesn't matter. So you have to go back to your home. Take me home, country roads. And your home is in Abhasara.
So this is the same Abhasara that all the beings go to during Vivatta, right?
Samvata, not Vivata.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Contraction of the world.
Got it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, so I'm thinking all these major religions, they at least promise you to get you back to the Abhasara.
Yes, that's correct. They will help you to rejoin where you started with. Okay, if nothing else is there to discuss, then we can end for today and tomorrow we'll take Subhankina. I would have preferred doing this Abhasara for few more days since there's no discussion, there's no point. Because there's more things to understand, but since you have not experienced anything on that, I understand your problem of not asking me anything. For me, it is right now is overwhelming to see Abhasara as an experience. Yes.
Yeah, it seems like you were referring to some other things while explaining this. I'm curious.
What other things?
Are you referring to some suttas or your own notes on how to explain this?
I made something because of the Mahanidana Sutta and everywhere it is written on Abhasara. So I'm just trying to add things up so that gives some context. Otherwise, it will become very dry. Like in the Aganya Sutta, I don't think so. I don't know how many people would have read Aganya Sutta. So I'm just trying to give some references in the Mahanidana Sutta, Aganya Sutta, like that. Otherwise, it becomes hard. I mean, what will I talk for 1 hour? It hardly will take 5 minutes. In fact, I can go for 1 full week on Abhasara. Yes, Padmavati. You are on mute in case you're talking.
Sir, it's better to explain with Sutta, sir.
I'm explaining Sutta only. No, this is MN1. What Sutta you want me to explain?
You want to explain in detail, no, sir?
No,
With
no, no,
many-
no. This is in detail only. If you have not read other Sutta, for that reason, I'm adding something. Otherwise, MN1 only we are talking about. We are not talking anything else other than
Okay, sir.
Majjhima one.
Suttas, with other suttas, if you explain, it's better, I thought.
No. You should experience Abhasara. Then you would know what it is. Explaining
Okay.
through Sutta wouldn't really help you. Because
Okay,
even in the
sir.
Sutta, you'll have only 2-3 lines mentioned about it.
Okay. Sir, you told no. I may extend. I want to extend, but you people are not asking any questions. So I want to discontinue something you said, no, sir.
No, the reason why I told you is if somebody would have experienced something, we could have gone for a 1 full week.
Okay. Okay. I got it now. Okay, sir.
It's not about
No
the
one,
Sutta.
no one has reached that level, I think, including me. Correct, sir?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
That's exactly what I meant.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Kalpana.
So, Namo Buddha.
Namo Buddhaya.
Sir, yesterday we read that awareness. So, there are things like earth nectar and all those things in a small paragraphs only. So, here you mentioned no that those bodies which are luminous before, after eating that earth nectar, they become solid like that something.
Correct.
And they have that craving and all those that starts after that
Right.
eating that earth nectar.
Correct.
So first of all we couldn't understood those things, and we reached only 3 to paragraphs. There are many paragraphs in that Aganya Sutta, I think 11 or something.
No, that will talk about how it keeps on coming down. But that
Yeah.
that might not help you. The thing is, when there is greed, little bit of
Yeah.
greed also, that will make you to taste something. And when you start tasting something, you start to come, the body starts to become grosser,
Yeah, more solid.
more solid. So that means grosser, forget about solid, more gross.
Okay.
The moment it starts getting grosser, the light starts to go away.
Yeah.
And when
That's what they said.
yes, so then the light starts to go away, the sun and moon have to come.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Like that. So
Yeah.
what we need to know is we, you, me, and everyone here, and also outside our home or wherever we see, they're all Abhasara only.
Yeah. Okay.
But since they have lost their way, they seem like humans or dogs or cats or any kind of animals.
Yes. We lost our home. That is the main thing.
That's what I told you. So
Yeah,
you have to go back home.
Now I could understand this.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Yes, are you?
Yeah, one thing I was reminded is that I think I've noticed that the lower energy level some person becomes, they start to even dislike light. In a sense,
Yes.
they like to hide in darkness. They don't like to open up, and they like to even put on shades and sunglasses. They dislike light to some extent. They want to get more into darkness.
Yes, absolutely. That's true. So we can do one another thing. Tomorrow when we meet, I will try to bring in some more on Abhasara and see if that helps you. That is out of compassion, I can do something for you. Okay. Then catch you tomorrow on this journey to Abhasara. So we can even mention on my journey to Abhasara. Yes, Padmavati.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay. All right. Good day and good night. Bye-bye.